Warnings here for America and some updates as Iran continues an intense attack on all of its surrounding neighbors after Israel hits the country and takes out two of its top officials. This Ali Larijani that you see here on the left, he was the one walking in the streets here recently, and we were saying, well, they're not going to be able to hit him in the street with all the people. So what did they end up doing? They hit him at his home late at night, and they also took out a general with the last name Soleimani. Those two taken out, and Iran just continuing here to promise major blowback, and they're hitting different areas. Now, the Straits of Hormuz turned into a weapon here, and they're saying that no one's going to be able to get through unless they're friendlies, and they're controlling everything through it. Trump is countering, saying that he's going to take the Straits of Hormuz by force. Some are warning that's going to be a bad move. We've even got an ex-NATO commander here giving a chilling warning to America, saying that Trump's made a fatal mistake here, and that him making these moves, killing all these individuals without actually having any kind of idea on what they're going to do, does not look good. And now it looks like Trump's getting caught with no plan, because he's turning around saying he no longer needs NATO's help because all the allies he called on did not show up. So they're saying that the threats to NATO here reveal a glaring absence of any strategy on Iran. And this is why many are saying he needs to off-ramp and get out ASAP. Trump then turning around saying, well, he doesn't see it ending this week. Someone asked him straight up. He says it won't be over this week. It could take several weeks, a month or more, going into April for sure at this point. And they admit that their end-game strategy is going to be different than Israel's. Now, the whole thing with Bibi out there in the air as well, the ghost of Bibi, all these videos have been AI, although the most recent one, we're waiting to see if it checks out, if it's real, where he's with all of his military cabinet members. But time and time again, every single one they've shown has been AI. And we're still waiting to see a solid one here. So we've got these warnings out there that the blowback is going to be crucial in America, and that, dissing our allies out here in a time of war is not good and it's not strategic. So I don't know what the blowback is going to be, but you can feel it. It's coming. Join me on the live streams where I break this down further. Monday.
Shalom. Call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, in pushing this word of truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amathia from Great Millstone, Dallas. And what we see here, this thing is not finna stop anytime soon. Bro, the Lord is speeding the time up. These devils out here are starting to panic. Trump seems like he's all over the place. Bro, this is a beautiful thing that we're seeing. And this is how the prophets have been telling you what's about to go down. All this commotion. All right, everybody gathering up over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, as it talks about in Joel, which is Yahweh's judgment. He's going to be pleading for his people. See, 2/3 can get through their heads that the Lord is setting this up to deliver the nation of Israel, that small remnant of Israel in this time around, all right, to throw down Esau's kingdom. Bro, this is a lot of, you think a war that's going on right now, you think it's going to end after you had all these leaders and stuff to perish? You think this can slow down when you had, I think America, one of their destroyers, has been severely damaged or sank? The lies, the propaganda they're spewing to you here in Babylon, like have been that many lives that has been lost. Bro, this thing is going down. All right, and what's they're setting up now for ground troops? Oh, this is, hey, if you're in the know, you're in the know. Some people still out here don't understand what's the hell going on. All right, but this is 2nd Ezra 9 verse 6. You know what? I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world the world which he had made. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquake and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For it is as all that is made in the world has the beginning and the end is manifest. So all these things that we're seeing now, the Lord has set this up from before time past. You know what I'm saying? All these things that we're seeing now is already was written into the movie, written into the Lord's script, that these things are supposed to happen. And we're supposed to measure it diligently. And the prophets are calling it out, what's supposed to be happening, what's supposed to go down. Do we know the exact time of these things or certain events like the day of what is supposed to happen? No, but we know it's coming. We know World War III is going to constantly build up. You know, can't say that it's not here, because it's here. It's been going on since Ukraine and Russia. It's been going on with all these different wars. That's why you have in Matthew 24, it says wars and rumors of wars. Things just gonna constantly escalate. Now you got, as you see, you had proxy wars and different things like that. Now you're seeing these real wars starting to come about. We already know, like you say, BB, he made, you know, they saying this is a time, he probably not even, he might be in the spirit world, you know. So that's letting you know the times that we're in. These times are really getting to a point where the Lord is getting ready to visit. He's visiting the world which He made. It's going to be times where the time where we're going to see the Lord finna make do of this place here in Babylon, the destruction of this place to come about. All right. And call all Yahweh Shem Al-Shah, these things about to come. 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that anti-Mashiach, that's what that is, shall come. Even now there are many anti-Mashiachs, and there's anti-Christ, you know. And like I said, that goes into the anointed. All right. Whereby we know that it is the last time. And here it is many anti-messiahs. Why is that? Because they have X'd out Yahweh Shai here, okay, here in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. And now we're seeing that this place is starting to crumble. All right. You have Trump, he bit off more than he can chew, which the Lord works to put that in the mind, had the angels put that in the mind to make do and try to back up Israel and attack Iran. Iran said they've been waiting for this all the way back when America went into Iraq. So these things are happening. They constantly eliminate different leaders and officials. All right. And it's, hey, get ready, because this is going to be a time where you're going to start seeing these things on the shores of America. Before nukes start flying off, it's only going to get worse before that happens. It's going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to just go outside and go to the store anytime, go here at any time, just be willy-nilly and all around like it's no problem, no cares in the world. Yeah. These times are here. And it is many anti-messiahs here. Hey, the people don't believe in the Lord here. All right? They believe in Jebus, as they say. Jebus, you know, Jesus, but we know our Lord and Savior is named Yahweh Shai. He is our deliverer, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And that's who they tried to X out of. But like I say, we have been standing on our feet now. the believers, the ones that the Lord gave the eyesight to know who's ruling, who's the ruler of this world. All right. We know Esau is the God of this world. We know who our power is, Yahweh Shem Shai, which he's going to transition this rulership of power. Because power can't be eliminated. It's just transition from one to another, which Sirach 10 and 8 tells you that. So these things that we're seeing coming, you got to get ready for it, you know. This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, all right, and we know the time because we're seeing the things that are happening, all right. The world is starting to hate the whore. As I said, you have these other countries of the NATO don't want to back up America, all right. Spain then want to step in and assist all these NATO countries, and that's gonna what? And then you have your president saying, "Hey, we don't need them." Then you say you need them in the same conference 10 minutes later. That's letting you know they're all over the place. That's letting you know it's going to get to a point where the beast, which is this NATO EU system, is going to hate the whore that's ride upon the beast. And who is that whore that ride upon the beast? As it says in Revelation 17, that's going into what? That great city. And what is that great city? Babylon the Great, aka America, okay? And read about that. Read Revelation 17 to 18 and see what's going on. This is what's transpiring as we speak. Okay? 2nd Ezra 15, 16, all these things that are happening, it's not going to be good. Okay? Now it's time, as knowing the time it is, and that now it is high time to wake up out of sleep. Wake up out of that slumber, that dead state. It says, for now our salvation is nearer than we believe. And our salvation is definitely close because the signs of the time. The Lord is speeding the time up. We seeing, bro, we one step away of nuclear disaster, but before that, you're gonna have what? Because we knowing that the Lord is setting up for what? For this collapse of this economy, for them to continue warring, more countries be added into this war. Also, they're gonna continue gathering to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. They're gonna set up for when the economy collapse. That's what the Strait of Hormuz, with all this gas, oil going up, everything is gonna skyrocket as far as prices. You ain't gonna have people having 2 or 3 cars filled up in their driveway. Shit, gas already $4, $5. Just imagine how it's looking over in California. All right. Verse 13, it says, "Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness." Okay. All right, slacking. Let me jump to verse 12. It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." All right? Because we have to be an armor of light through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Like it says in Ephesians 6, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shai in this valley of the shadow of death. All right? This lowland, this valley here is America. All right, verse 13, "Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantoness, not in strife and envying. Put on ye the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." Okay, though evil desire, now it's time to put off the old man and bury him completely. And pray that the Lord wash us clean, because the things that are happening. You know, so hey, it's a blessing that we're seeing here, and like I said, that warning to America, as it says here in the title, Trump to take Hormuz by force, 2 top Iranian officials done away with. Hey, Strait of Hormuz is one of the heartbeats of the trade of the world trade. And who is up there sitting on the north of it? The north of the Strait of Hormuz is Iran. And Trump said he's just going to go take it and then keep eliminating officials. No. Just wait. We're finna see a big change. You know, and we got to just continue to watch and pray. You know. I'm going to get one more. This is Mark 13. And 13, it says, take, in 33, it says, "Take ye heed, watch and pray, for we know not when the time is, okay? We don't know exactly when the time, but as we read earlier in the 2nd Ezra 9, we're measuring the time diligent in itself to know that we are in those final moments, okay? We know not when the time is, but we know we're in that final moment, okay? So we got to continue to watch and pray, because the day of the Lord is at hand. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bahakudash. Double honors to the apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings to Akim, pushing his word and truth and sincerity. Shalom.